Mm-hmm. Okay. There we go. New day. And after watching a lot of tutorials out there, you know, or may I say, rewatching some videos on the Nodejs course like this here. There we go. Okay. So I was rewatching the first chapters or sections here. This is not. I was looking for the first examples of using forms to see if the front-end code is working the right way. So after a lot of experiments being done, I decided to delete the feature email branch and recreated it just to start from a fresh start. So I just did that like 10 minutes ago. Let's see here. Okay, this is the terminal here. Let's try npm start. So the server is running now. So this is the website, and this is the code as is, basically from the development branch. So the first thing I want to do is to refactor this form and basically inserted it as a partial file inside an include. So that will be the first thing to do. Let me see. Maybe I need to put some order here. Okay, refactor. Yeah, maybe this will be the first thing, but I am right because the thing is, I now that I reverted a lot of things, like this, for example, this package, this npm module is not installed anymore, so I need to install that again, and I will include here install the what was the name of the actual model? Body parser, I believe it's called. This is not, oh wait, it's not here actually. It should be added here. There we go. I need to install body parser. I need to install the .m module. I wonder if I need to install something else and import it. I need to install .m. I need to install body parser. I wonder if I need to install something else. I don't remember right now, but let's get to it. Well, maybe I should actually add the merge request for this one here. There we go. Now, if you recall, yesterday I was doing a lot of experimenting. That didn't work too well for me, in the sense that I was losing a lot of time, you know. But anyway, I guess you can see that the server is running on the terminal here. There we go. I do have this .m file. It's a hidden file. So when I reverted back from the past to the past state, to a clean state, this file was ignored. It's not deleted. So I'm going to remain with this file here because I'm going to need it. But now the first step for me will be to install my packages that I'm going to be using here. So in order to actually use this file, wait a minute, let me check something, because sometimes OBS tends to not work too good. It seems like it's actually working here, so No problem so far, I guess. Anyway, so the first thing I need to do is move over here. Where is it? There we go. Let's clean the screen. And now let me check. I think everything is fine. Okay, yeah. Now the server is running, so maybe I should stop that first. Here. Yes. There we go. So the server was running, so it's not running anymore. Now the first thing will be to install the first package, which is .amp. This is an npm package model basically, and here let's install this just like that. And this package is what I'm going to be using in order to hide sensitive data from the repository basically. So let's install the npm install.amp. And okay, so the package is installed. Yet in order to actually use it, I need to open this here, app.js. And here, at some point, as soon as possible, so I guess it should be the new #1 line, I'm going to include the code in order to import the package on my project. So here, I need to copy this require statement in order to import and configure .amp, and just save it like that. So here, let's go to save. And now I need to create the .amp file. It's already created. I already have something like this. And now it says, okay, so here's a simple example of how to use the .amp file basically, because the environment variables are going to be attached to the process itself. So I can basically just call up to them using this syntax over here. And that's basically it. I don't need to do anything else. I may like to, you want, during initialization here, maybe I can do a couple of console logs. Console.log maybe. And just print out, let's copy this line, and just print out, for example, process.amp. And here I should have my options here on the .amp file. Let's print this one here. You see? And I believe all of this can be copied into password. So if I save that on the console log, wait, there we go. Oh no, it's not running. I can run this like this. npm start, and here you can actually see the output of the console log for this one here. So I'm getting the values for the email user and the email password right here. So right now I do know that the .amp package is actually working. And now, since the .amp file, this one here, this is not being added to the Git repo, it's not being taken into consideration as part of the repository for Git. That means that unless they do have access to this particular file, there is no way that somebody can figure it out from the source code where this actually is. So when I upload everything to the cloud, this file is going to be ignored basically. So it's not going to be taken into consideration. Let's close that then and remove this console log testing code, save it, and that's it. So I do have access to .amp. Maybe I should just add everything here. And there we go. That's going to be one commit. And that's fine. Let's close this. And let's move into my dashboard here. There we go. I already did that, so I already installed that package. It's working now. Something that happened yesterday. Me and my partner here were unable to basically send data from the front end using a form, a very basic form. We were unable to send the data from the form into Node.js. I guess that I was tired at the time, so I started fresh today. And I realized that body parser, which was a default package installed on Express.js, has been deprecated properly and is no longer being used by Express.js. So I need to install it myself manually and actually use it manually. So we need to do this. I need to install body parser. So here, let's look for, now that we are on the npm package website, you know, let's look for body parser, and it's actually here. It's very popular for what I gather. Look at this. There is actually a bootstrap package. Wow, nice. Okay, so let's see body parser. There we go. So this is body parser. It's a body parsing middleware. That means that this allows me to extract the data from the body of a request and basically use it inside Node. Note, as Red's body shape is based on user controller input, all properties and values in this object are untrusted and should be validated before trusting. For example, request.body.foo.toString may fail in multiple ways. For example, the foo property may not be there or may not be a string, and the toString may not be a function and instead a string or other user input. So I guess that I need to validate the form data before trying to use it that way, because somebody may inject node code, maybe. I don't know how will that work. Yet I will take this node into consideration during development, I guess. And I see that I'm no longer going to be just coding request.body.foo, or the name of the variable, or the attribute. I guess that I need to call this toString method in order to get the data I want. Okay, let's go back here. This does not handle multi-part bodies, which is actually required for me if I want to upload a picture or a file using a form. So due to their complex and typically large nature, for multi-part bodies, you may be interested in the following modules: boss boy, multi-party, formidable, and multer. I guess that multer is the one being used by Express. Uploading files. There we go. So multer is for uploading files, and I believe that I do remember seeing this on the actual course here. I believe on the chapter on file upload and download, and there we go. Handling multi-part data. Let me see. There we go. Handling file uploads with multer. So Express is already using multer already. And I can see the import for multer right here. I believe it's using Morgan. Let's see, Control F. I don't see multer here. That's weird. Maybe it's been replaced by Morgan. Oh no, it's just a logger. Well, I guess I need to use Morgan on Express now. So let's close this. Yes. And let's install body parser. For the first thing I need to do, go here and do npm install, and I believe it's going to be body parser. Let's double check. No, this is multer. There we go. Installation. Install body dash parser. Okay. There we go. This is going to install the npm module. Something happened here. What's going on? npm code npm Cisco rename. Something happened here. It's doing a lot of stuff here. What happened? Rename C users node models to identifier package JSON. It's trying to rename stuff. I wonder why. Yeah, maybe it's being used by. Oh wait, look at this. Now I'm looking everything. Git is actually using that. Okay, so I am installing body parser. Maybe I need to. There we go. Yeah, it's trying to install body parser, yet it seems to be having trouble with Git, and I see a lot of rewriting here. There we go. I guess it's trying to override the current structure. Okay, so let's see. I wonder if I need to. I am on Windows, so it's not going to be sudo something. What can I do here? Let me see. Well, this is the text file that I need to control insert. Maybe a simple cat will do. Okay, fine, I guess. There is nothing there. Don't save. I wonder if I can just add everything. And let's see if I can commit all the changes. And that should be enough. Body parser should be installed right now. Let me see. There we go. We have body parser now. It does have a lot of dependencies. That may be an issue, or maybe not, because it's already done. Let's see if we can just repeat the process. No. It's making some errors there. There we go. And there we go. So I did get some trouble there. I guess I need to run what I did here was to just run npm install in order to make sure that all the dependencies that body parser requires are installed, and then run body parser. And now seems like it's actually working. Okay, that's my guess. It's not. But anyway, look at this. Now body parser is installed. There we go. Quite a lengthy one. But anyway, at this point, I am pretty sure that body parser is already installed. Now let's use it. I'm going to open app.js in order to continue with the tutorial, I guess. Let me see the installation manual. And there we go. It seems like it's an API, and I just need to import it like this as a regular, a regular library here. Semicolon at the end, why not? Body parser here, yet it's not being used yet. I guess I need to allow Express to use it. Okay, now the body parser object exposes various factories and create middlewares. All middlewares will populate the request.body property with the parsed body when the content type request header matches the type option or an empty object. If there was no body to parse, the content type was not matched or an error occurred. Okay, perfect. So it's pretty much automatic parsing of the body. There is a body parser for JSON. Nice. This returns a middleware that only parses JSON and only looks at requests where the content type header matches the type option. This parser accepts any Unicode encoding of the body and supports automatic inflation of gzip and deflate encoding. So I don't even know what this means, but gzip I think is a zip file format, I believe. A new body object containing the parsed data is populated on the request object after the middleware. In example, rec.body. Okay. Options. JSON functions takes an additional options object containing any of the following keys. Inflate. Okay, so these are just the options for JSON. I'm not going to be using JSON at this point. Let me see. This is raw. Parser raw. I guess. Body parser tags. That should be needed if I'm working with simple text types, content type, simple text, I believe. But I'm not going to be using that. This is the one I'm going to be using. Body parser dot URL encoded, and I'm going to require the extended option, which should be set to false. The extended options allows to choose between parsing the URL encoded data with the query string library when false, or the QS library when true. The extended syntax allows for rich objects and arrays to be encoded into the URL encoded format, allowing for a JSON-like experience with URL encoded. For more information, please see the QS library. Okay. So this is the one I'm going to be using here. Now, I believe I need to actually use body parser because I only added it here. So maybe here, bar f dot use and oh wait, look at this. That's why body parser is not Express already have it. Let me copy this and look for that, because probably I should not be using body parser anymore. What the hell is this? Yet it's not doing so because I already tried, or maybe I'm doing something wrong. It says so. It's basically I don't need to use body parser for this one. Interesting. Returns middleware only parser recorded with the QS module the optional limit 1 megabyte. Okay, for JSON and URL encoded. For post, but request. Those are requests that are sending data to the server. Okay, so let's make an experiment here then. What? I'm no longer on that team. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not going to the meeting. Okay, well, let's see. So I'm going to cancel this option here. I'm going to keep the body parser require import here because I'm not using it anyway. I see I do have Express is actually using the JSON. The JSON function here. This returns a middleware. Okay, and this is basically working as body parser at this point. So I guess I can actually make some experimentation here. Let's go to the views. And let me think. Let's go to contact. And here I do have a form that didn't seem to work yesterday. So let's see. What is the form? Try to beautify this. There we go. There we go. Instead of using this. Oh wait, before I forget, since I'm using a form here, and if I recall, I am using a JavaScript file over here. I'm going to comment this line just to avoid the manipulation of the method and the, I believe, the URL required here, the action. There we go. The action should not be this. This should be dash contacto is a post method, and encoder type. I'm going to remove this. There we go. Just to use the default, and that should allow me to let's see where this is going to be closed. Okay, fine, I guess. Here is a button of type submit. Value send. Type submit. This should work actually, and I should be able to see the data inside this form. Okay, that's it. So I'm making sure that I'm not going to be modifying the action code with this over here. Okay, so now this is the form. I wonder if the server is running. I don't think so. Okay. Now the server is running. There we go. The route is not found because it doesn't exist yet. That was my mistake. What I did this, I guess. That was my mistake. I am missing some stuff. I'm going to close the server for the time being. I missed a couple of things. The first thing I missed, let's close the terminal, is this route over here. This is the view. So I'm basically saying, you know what? The action should be this path over here, contacto. Still, I'm not going to use a get method that will allow me to open this to render this view. I'm going to use the post, and this doesn't exist yet on the route. So the first thing I need to do is go to the route folder. And right now I'm using this static content file. I may like to use this for the time being, but maybe I should refactor that. Well, the get request is here for that page. So I should use all of this code. I'm going to paste it right down here, but instead of using the get method, I'm going to be using the post method here. Like this. It's going to have the same path, yet since it's a different method, they do different things. And here, I'm going to delete this because it doesn't exist on a controller yet. And I'm going to create a middleware function basically with request, response, and the next. There we go. And I'm going to create a big arrow function here, you know, pretty standard stuff. And now I'm going to write the behavior down here. What I want to do is probably a console log, just to see, just to confirm that I'm here. Let's say like this, for example. if I see this, whenever I send a post request to the server, I do know that this code is actually working, which means that this middleware is actually receiving the request, basically, by node. So let's get back here, refresh. Oh wait, the server is not running, I forgot. There we go. Now it's working. Let's send a request again. You can see that it's actually doing something and it's stuck. That's normal. And here I can see the message that I just saw. So that proves that this middleware is actually running with the request. I guess that if I stop it, refresh, and send the request again, I'm seeing everything here again. See? This is the first message. Down here, the second message. Okay, so what else can I do here? I want to work with the request data. So first, I may like to try if I can get something here, like another console log maybe. And maybe I just want to print out whatever the requests have. Request.body, I believe. And see if I'm getting something there. If I'm getting, there we go. I just save it. And I can actually see this. Look at this. I'm seeing, so this is the entire object. I can see the actual content of the object, which is okay, and some notation here. So I guess that's why in the documentation they are doing this. To a string, I believe. Like that. And now it's not doing anything because it's no longer running here. There we go. No. Let's again go to contacto and just send. It's not a function. Okay, so I'm doing something wrong there. It's not a function, so this doesn't exist. I'm sorry. I guess I need to parse this as a string or something like that. Give me a minute. I believe. Okay, where is it? I believe I need to use the JSON library, for example, here. Probably should just use the JSON library, json.parse, and I need to parse the actual body. Okay. Let's call JSON again. .stringify, and this is actually a method, I believe. And I'm going to send the request body as a parameter. There we go. And now I can use this object constant here. Down here. Oh wait. This I can use it down here. And now try again. And send the data again. And there we go. I can actually see just the object down here. And that's it. Maybe I can build something a little bit better here. I don't need this one anymore. Down here I can do this maybe. I can say request dot how do you call it, original maybe, the original URL, then the request dot the method maybe, and save it, and there we go. I can show the original action maybe, or the original URL, which is this one. The method is post, and the actual object or the data is this one here. So if I try again, where is it? If I stop this, refresh, and if I add another option here and send this, I should be able to see that one too. There we go. So I'm getting an array now that reads that contains the all the values selected here. Obviously, I need to work on the actual form because I understand that this code was copy pasted and only the appearance of the form was managed. But I guess that option 1 and option 3 are actually the values. So perhaps I need to rename those. For example, here, let's go to the Contacto EGS view here. So if I look for option 1, for example, there you go. That's the actual value. Maybe I want this as the value itself and not just use the sample code provided by Bootstrap. That will be the first thing. Let's just ignore this unchanged because it's doing the stuff, but it's not affecting me in any way now because I commented the line. Okay, that will be the first down here. This will be the second value there. And this one here should be the third value. There we go. And all of those are compiled or grouped by this over here. I wonder if this is a form check, it says, but I am interested in, let's say, grid radius. Where is this name coming from? Let's see. Here, Control F, grid radius. There we go. Look at this. This is an input of type checkbox, and it's named grid radius. And I see a lot of them actually. Grid radius 1. Okay, that's a similar. But maybe I should just look for this, for the entire thing, like this. And I'm getting just 3. So they all are sharing the same name. I guess this should be changed to reflect something else. For example, I'm going to replace, instead of saying grid radius, because I guess that was the name provided by whatever example this was copied from. So I'm going to say, you know what? Educational level in Spanish. No? Like this, for example. And replace all and save it. And now, if I run this again, let's refresh the stop, refresh. Let's choose another option down here. And now I am able to see this object as it starts over here. And it does have an attribute called nivel educativo, which means educational level in Spanish. And this is an array that contains now the actual values that I want. Comunidad infantil, semicolon, taller, and this is the decided behavior now. Let me see if I can stop this request, choose the third value here, send another request, and now we can see 3 values over here. I wonder what happens when I just choose one though. Stop. Let's say I'm only interested in taller. And there we go. We can see that in the case of just having one value, I'm only getting a single value as a string. I'm not getting the array anymore. So I guess that if I want to use this as part of my email building device, I may like to have this and take this into consideration, because if I am expecting an array all the time, I'm not going to have that, and it's good to know. So here, this is the path, is contacto, basically the same path as the view, but I am using the post method, and this is the entire option. So what happens if I start adding, let's say my name here. Let's start getting data. Stop, refresh. Let's try again. I am going to start adding more data here. Let's send. And Okay, so here, for example, here, I'm not getting the name. And this is supposed to be running again. Let's see why. This input may not be coded correctly, so I'm going to fix that one. And probably I'm going to refactor this entire form into its own partial file. Let's look for the name. Maybe I can just read it here. It's not too complex. Okay, let's go up. Okay, here we go. So this is the form starting point. Here's a label for the name, and this is the actual input used for the name. Okay. Okay, ID, validation name, validation number. Okay. Placeholder. Yet this does not have an actual name. You don't have a name attribute. Maybe that's the reason why you are not being used, basically. I need a name attribute. Do you have a name attribute? No. It does have everything. So basically, without a name attribute, you are not going to be taken into consideration, even if you exist on the form. Okay, never mind. This is name in Spanish. And perhaps, I already saved that? Okay. Stop, refresh. Send. And now, that was the problem. Now I do have the name attribute, and I'm receiving the actual name. I am receiving the educational level here, or levels, because I may have several. And this is working properly. Okay, let's keep working on this. Let's check out if everybody else does have a name. Let's see, a name attribute. A title, class form validation is valid. No name. So let's add a name. Phone number basically is teléfono. Teléfono stands for telephone, quite literally. But I would like to say that this is the phone number. Let's save it. And what if I type something here, for example, whatever, and I send? Oh wait, it's actually running. Okay. Okay, let's refresh this. That should give me, there we go. This is actually giving me now the name, the phone number, educational level. So let's continue working on this form. Now that we are on this point, I guess I should just finish working on this form anyway. I need the email. I'm not getting the email either. I wonder if that's because I'm not writing anything there. Okay, let's see. No, I guess it's missing the name attribute again. Input email, there we go. It does have an ID, but the name will be email. There we go. Now let's stop, refresh. Let's repeat. And now, alongside the name, the phone number, and the email, and the educational level, I'm getting more data here on the form. So I am just using this as in a console log, just to try it out. The truth is that I already have access to this. And I can actually use this data inside Node. And we're going to get to that today. But first, let's continue working on the front end. This box, I wonder if this box is actually working. Let's see. No, it's not working. So it's my guess that I need to add a name attribute there. So it seems like this form is just for looks. It doesn't really comply with what I need in order to work. Mind you, I didn't design these forms in at the beginning. Basically, I think that my wife did this. I'm not blaming her for anything. She's a front-end developer, so if I want the data, I need to add the code myself here. So basically, that's the deal. So here, let's see. Okay, here are the educational levels, and the text area here is going to manage everything for the comments. So no, I don't see an actual name. So here, comentarios, that should be the actual content for the email in the future. I'm getting a name there. Let's refresh. And let's try again. Maybe add a secondary one. And try again. There we go. So here we are. And we can basically see that I'm getting my name here, the phone number, email, educational levels, plural now, because this is an array of strings, you know. And now I'm getting the comment section like this. On purpose, I introduced several new line characters, you know. So basically this is represented in a single string with this escape character, which is basically -r and then -n, which this combination of two escape characters are used from Windows basically. If I say this, I already know that it's a Windows machine doing this. It doesn't really matter that much because I'm going to be parsing this with another tool, I believe, and I'm going to build my email using this. And that's it, I guess, basically. I'm receiving the data now on the backend. Now I need to actually create the controller for this one, to maybe create a new route file in order to manage all of the behavior that I need here, you know. What else do I need? I need to create a route. I need to create a controller. I wonder if it will, maybe I need to create a new file inside the model folder in order to, I don't think so. Maybe because the model is basically working with data, and I don't really plan on saving any of this on my node server. I'm not going to save any data from these emails. I'm just going to send emails and call it a day, basically. At this point, I don't see the case of the point of saving all of this data for future reference. I don't think so. So I'm just going to receive the data, and I'm just going to parse the data and then send and then form an email and then send the email and call it a day. Basically, that's it. And I'm not going to save any of this. That's not the intention here. So it seems like everything is working just fine. And that's it, basically. Do I need something else? I don't think so. I wonder if there is another field over here. No. It seems like everything is here and done. I may like to redirect after clicking the send button. And that needs to happen on the middleware function here. Let me see, not here. Here. Inside this middleware function, I may like to say, for example, response, I believe, dot redirect. I don't remember how this works exactly. Let's see the documentation here. Redirect URL, and that's it. Okay, so I guess I just need to do this, maybe. Basically copy this. There we go. So I send the data, I print out the data, and then I redirect here. So let's see if that actually works. Let's try again. So instead of getting hanged out here and waiting for a response, I am getting a response right away. Like this. There we go. And I'm getting a redirect. And you can see that the entire page is getting basically just redirected, you know. It's refreshed. Maybe a notification of success will be a good idea to send here, because just a simple redirect may not say something too clearly to the user, maybe. But anyway, let's check out the output here. Okay, there we go. Maybe I'm going to close this terminal here. Let's close it because it's not very clear. What is hyper? There we go. So I'm going to run the server here. npm start. The server is running. Now, if I go to my web page and I refresh and I go back here, all these messages mean that I just loaded the contacto page. Okay? Now, I'm going to repeat the process, you know. And I'm going to send a request. And I'm being redirected to this very same page as a get method, obviously. So here, there we go. So this is what happens. I get to run the post middleware, you know. I'm getting the data printed in the console. All of the data is here. And then, after I'm getting redirected, this is where the post ends. And I'm getting redirected to get contacto again, like this here. I'm getting the get request, a contacto. And that is done because I decided to do this. You see? I'm getting redirected to contacto. And this means that I'm going to go back up here and run line 21 again, with all that the controller implies to have, you know. So that's basically it. Let me give me a minute because I got a message. What happened? Let me see. What day is today? Oh, that was yesterday. Okay, but I do got more messages than. This is Twitter. I don't care. There we go. LinkedIn. More recruiter messages, you know. I'm going to answer that, but most of the time they just want to keep increasing their database, you know, with more developers. Wow, this is a really long. No, it's a webinar. No, never mind. Nothing important. Oh wait, there is another one. I guess I can respond to that later. I'm pretty busy right now. Well, never mind. So, where were we? Okay, so I was able to parse the body of the request. I was able to console log it. and I was able to redirect after the fact. I wonder if I can send a notification here. I guess I should see how Bootstrap manages that. The documentation. Oh wait, no push notifications here. Now those are called toasts. Okay, push notification to your visitors with toast. And lightweight, I need to. Okay, how does this work? Okay. 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 Basic usage. Display flex, allowing easy alignment. Okay. And here is an example here. Okay, class toast, role alert, area light, assertive. Okay, so basic stuff here. And inside there is another class called toast header. So I guess this is all of this on the top. And it reads, maybe I'm not going to put this one here. It's not necessary. Maybe say, you know what? Email sent successfully, and that should be enough. Class rounded ME2. I wonder what this is. Maybe it's this blue square over here. Strong class ME auto. I guess this is margin end auto. Okay. Bootstrap. Okay, so it's this word over here. And small, 11 minutes ago. Okay, small. This is going to be a line to the right. And then we had a button type. Oh, this is the close button here. Data, Bootstrap dismiss those. Okay, so this is a basic example. And now here is the code for the actual body of the notification. Okay. This is on the, this is like, okay, show lightos. Ah, there we go. I wonder how do you look on mobile. Okay, let's see again. Wait, what? Okay. There we go. It looks, I wonder if I can do a top side lightos. And it disappears automatically. Okay, nice. Just fine, I wonder. I wonder if I can move this on the top. I guess I could. You can stack those by wrapping them in a toast container, which will vertically and add some spacing. So even I can send several notifications, I guess. There is a toast container and basically the same code, yet I only need to enclose them, put them together inside this toast container class, basically. Just like this, and see, just like this. Heads up, those will start automatically just like this. Okay. Custom content. Okay. Okay. A simpler toast by removing the default toast header, adding custom high icon from Bootstrap icons and using some flexible utilities. Okay, maybe this example is going to be more adequate to my needs because I only need to say, you know what, the email was sent successfully, and that's it basically. Okay. Okay, nice. This is really good actually. Okay, I really like it. Very simple. Those align item center. Alert, assertive. I wonder where the location is going to be. On the bottom? Because I would like it to be on the top to have the option, you know. Additional controls. I don't think this is going to be needed. Color schemes. Building on the above example, you can create. Actually, this looks really nice. I really like this. I may like to use the green version, maybe. Background primary, perfect. This is using the auxiliary classes that allows me to control the background color. That's fine, I guess. Placement, nice. This is what I was looking for. Top left, top center. This is going to be the one I'm going to be choosing. Top right, middle left, middle center, middle right, bottom left. That's just perfect. Middle center, and basically top center will be the ideal for me because it's going to be temporary anyway. It's going to appear on the top and disappear, and that's it. Let's see. There is a form here. What's this? Oh wait, this is the code for that. Okay, it's fine. For systems that generate more notifications, consider using wrapping elements so they can be easily stacked. Okay. I'm going to use one only, I guess. So it's not going to be an issue. Flexbox container line in the tools. That's an option. Accessibility. Remember to set the law should wrap your toes in area light region. Okay. JavaScript behavior and the end. I'm not going to be using this. I'm probably going to, since I'm working with Node, I will say that the middleware should be sending an attribute inside the object that requires to render the attribute. I will send a new attribute called notification and say, or let's say, is email successfully sent or something like that, and set that thing as true or false, depending on if the email, if I'm accessing, let's say, the contacto page from a successfully sent email, then I will receive a notification saying, you know what, this was successful. If there was a mistake or something else happened, maybe not send any notification at all, or send there was an error on the request maybe, but the forms should be able to validate this, for example. Let's say this should be right. If I don't have this, for example, why is actually validating me? There we go. I need to, the form is being validated, so I don't have to worry about it. The front end is going to manage that for me. Here, and no comments, let's say. I'm going to be here and maybe show a notification here. There we go. And this is the thing I ran. There we go. Comments are empty. Okay. That's fine, I guess. No comments. I wonder what happens when other values are empty. For example, I just do this. What happens then? Okay, it's sending everything empty anyway. That's fine. It's not a problem. The ideal would be to not actually send the attribute, because I'm not going to be working with that anyway. Because it's not sending any data, but it doesn't damage me in any way, so I don't care. Okay. Let's see then. Hmm. Okay. Okay, never mind. So let's see. If I recall, okay, some experimentation is going to come to pass, I guess. I wonder if I can say, let's say, okay, response any, record string any, redirect URL string, and that's it. It's not receiving anything else. Yeah, I'm just redirecting. I wonder if I can do this. I don't think so. No. That's not how redirect works, I guess. Maybe I do, who knows. I will need to see the code on the controller for that one. Let's see, so this is the object being sent. I wonder if I can rewrite this from the route file just to make this experiment work. Let's modify something very simple here, maybe adding an extra C, and the path should be contacto to make it work, you know. And let's see if the title of the page changes when I use this redirect thing. I don't think this is going to work. Let's try anyway. It's actually working. Yeah, let's see. It seems to be rendering. Okay. And there we go. Invalid status code. So I am able to send an object, but I need to send a status code. And I know they, oh, okay. So I'm supposed to send, maybe I need to read the documentation for the redirect. Like this. Let's go back a little bit. Redirect with parameters. Thank you very much. I wonder if there is a way to just redirect using parameters. Okay, he's doing the same thing I'm doing. He's getting a route here, and he's redirecting here, but he wants this to have a different behavior, I believe. Okay, check out Flash. I don't know. Around two different routes. The most correct answer is, of course, query strings. You will need to ensure that the values are properly encode URI component. Okay, I do that. Var string encode URI component, something that would break. Ref redirect dash, and I use a query valid plus a string. You can snag that in your other route by getting the parameter sent by using request query. Okay. Okay, see. Request query valid, and valid is this value over here. Doing something with the variable. Okay. For a more dynamic way, you can use URL core module to generate the query string for you. Okay. Response redirect URL format. So this method is going to actually build the path. Okay. Path name, where I want it to be, query, the variables I wanted to do. I like this more, actually. I wonder if I need to import something here. So if you want to redirect or request query string variables, you can simply do redirect URL format. This is going to return the actual path, basically. This may be a simpler way of doing it, I guess. Let's copy this little bit of code and try it out down here. For example, this is going to be the URL. There we go. And this is going to be the data, the actual data. So the redirect starts here and should end down here, but it's not doing so. Let's delete all that. Oh wait, let's go back a little bit. There we go. So okay, this is the data. This is the redirect. Let's move that here, and perhaps commenting the entire thing like this, just to make it work. I guess I'm missing this. This should be. This doesn't belong here. Well, no, because I'm not sending anything yet. There we go. Actually, let's delete all that. There we go. And here, I'm using the URL class, or what is this? Okay, it's any. Okay. I wonder if app.js is using that. I don't have it. Do I need to import it? I guess I do. Express is using Jade and HTTP. Or you know what? I guess that will be the right way of doing it. He's using a middleware function here, I believe. Query string, stringify. Require query string, that will be one way. That will be another way. Yeah, the right way will be this, I guess. Here's the redirect. But I may need this before the redirect. If I go here, where is the route file? Here. So before this redirect code, I may need to define this. For example, bar string encode URI component, something that will break. And it's inserting the data here. Can I just say, you know what? Can I just say true? And instead of valid, I will say email notification. Maybe that is valid. And the string, well, this is not really desired, so maybe I want to say, you know what? Something like this. And that should be sent as a query parameter here. And that will be the redirect. But like this, because I am using the contact page, not the root page. I guess that will be the right way of doing it. Okay. And now I may like to receive on here on the controller. Let's open the controllers page. And I wonder, this is not the page, okay. Where is the contacto page? There we go. Here it is. So here, email. There we go. Okay, let's try something like if this is my code, site dot query maybe request dot, no, it's not telling me any page and limit. Okay, so you have page and limit. Okay, so here is how I access this data. dot email notification, and I need a comma up here. There we go. So now, in the case that I get an email notification, I should send all of that. I wonder what happens at the start because it's not going to have it. Let's try it out. Here, if I refresh, it seems to be able to render completely normally. Okay, no error so far. Okay. Okay. If I do this, there we go. It's rendering after the after sending the data. It's actually rendering the view, but I believe that something happened here. When I'm getting here from the redirect, probably I'm not sending, I'm not rendering the right thing correctly. Maybe I'm not sending this. I wonder what happened here. Let's see the code. Okay. Everything seems to be rendering correctly. Let's see here. Okay, this is fine. Okay, what happened? Oh, look at this. It's sending the query pattern right here. Email notification. Yeah, I wonder if I really want this to be up here. I was thinking more like sending the data as part of a body of the body inside the request. You know. In this case, it's just it's not that bad, I guess. Let's go back. Let's go forward. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so it's the same page. It's not using there we go. Contacto images. No. This is wrong. This is right. So it's adding contacto to a lot of things here. I wonder why. Here. Wait. Okay, not found. Because it's adding contacto to the path. I wonder if this is because of the redirect, maybe. Email notification. Let's think. Yeah, this is what happens. The redirect doesn't need this section here. It just needs this. Okay. Oh, it's sending me back to the original page basically. And sending that. So I need this. Okay. Let's try again. Okay, it happened again. I wonder why it's increasing the, why it's adding the contacto path to the pictures. This is wrong, but it's doing it anyway. Let's see. Maybe it's because of this, because I'm modifying this entire thing. Yeah, URI component. Okay, it's going to get whatever I write down here and add it to the string, basically, or add it to this pad over here. Okay. And you are going to send that as okay, this part is just fine, I think. My question will be why are the pictures being refactored? Let me see. This is the route. Okay. It's going to get back here and pass to the controller. If I go to the controller, the get contacto page is going to render this view. The path is going to be contacto, and the request query email notification that should bring the text. But now I should open the view, I guess. The contacto.js view is here. Yeah, this redirect is not working as intended, as I was hoping for. I was expecting to basically do a simple redirect, just adding this at the end. Yet the pictures, the links to the pictures are getting this contacto extra link there, which is weird because those pictures are static. Are static links. Let's say, for example, like this one here. I wonder why this path to this picture is actually being concatenated with this live. I wonder why this is happening. That's weird. Okay, it should be like this. That's it. Not like this. Probably I should skip the notification issue right now because it's going to cost me too much time. And it's already time to get something to eat. So I'm going to pause the stream right now and go back later. Thank you for coming in.